Hey Minion, what's going on, dude? That's good. You playing any EQ today? You should. What class are you thinking of? Necro's a lot of fun. We really need a pick zone to open. So normally there's these two mobs in this room, which I'm currently camping, and there's one more mob here that I can do pretty easily, but I think one of the groups charmed this spawn, so it has actually limited me to 2 mobs, which is really cutting into my EXP rate. Yeah, today was a patch day. Most of the fixes and stuff weren't really related to Air. The biggest one that impacts this server is the Enchanter nerf. Mobs from Classic through Luckland, when charmed, now do 20% less DPS. And they made some crash fixes that they said look good and will now enable them to increase the population cap on Air, which will help us with some of the queue issues we've been suffering with. Yeah, it's technically on both. Yeah, it was definitely justified. To put it in perspective, the Enchanter, like when we were parsing data for our static groups, the Enchanter pet was better DPS than all 4 other pets in the group combined. So this 20% nerf still means Enchanters are the best DPS in the group game. And they're still the best CC in the game at all levels. They're just 20% worse at the DPS portion. Hey Joe, so the queue isn't really fixed per se, but they've had some overall crash fixes, which they think is going to enable them to increase the population cap on Air, which will have, a side effect of making the queue a little bit better. Yeah, people are going crazy on the forums about it, but it's a super minor nerf. If you guys remember, a little over a week ago now, we were talking about this, and I said, hey, the perfect fix for enchanters would be just a nice 20% nerf to charm pet DPS. They'd still be the best DPS, they just wouldn't be so crazy overpowered. And sure enough, that's what we got. It's very fair. Hey, VG, what's going on, dude? How's your cleric coming along? Nice, making big moves now. So you got CH now, right? Oh, okay, my bad. So check this out, guys. Our emotes are approved. We still have one open emote slot. I'm not sure what kind of enemy I would like to use. Luca could be a good one. Hey Vinny, there's the little blurb for what SSF is. Right, Leok? We're getting there though, 56%. We're on the better half of the swing. I was just saying there's normally 3 mobs at the entrance that I can do pretty reliably, but the group in here has charmed one of those 3 mobs, which is cutting into my EXP rate pretty significantly. Leok, feel free to enjoy those fancy new emotes. Oh yeah. But I am interested to see what, some of you guys think about the enchanter nerfs. Personally, I think they were well-founded. I think they were pretty measured and appropriate. It's definitely not like gonna kill the class, in my opinion. I think the enchanters who are taking it pretty hard right now are just, they don't realize how big the power gap was, maybe. Nice. Hey Guth, so what they did was they made it so that enchanter pet, or rather, any mob from Classic through Luckland that gets charmed does 20% less DPS than its NPC uncharmed variant. Yeah, in fact, they are still the best group DPS. Oh, check this out. We got one of the correct scrolls. 1 down, 3 to go. Yeah, so like I was saying, when we parsed for our static group, even like during the leveling process, we had 3 mages and 1 necromancer, and our charm pet was regularly doing more damage than all the other pets combined at the same level. So an enchanter charm pet is round about 300 to 400% the DPS of a mage pet. A 20% reduction in damage is still not going to make them worse. You know what I mean? They are still the best group DPS. Now they're just 320% instead of 400% of the DPS of a mage pet. And on top of that, they have the best CC kit in the whole game. And arguably the charm pet is still the best tank in the game. I do think that making charm breaks more frequent would have been a really good change instead. Adding that risk element. But it's probably a really fine line between like making it break so frequently that it's frustrating and pointless, and making it break more frequently but still not enough that it's really a threat. Like the DPS nerf is probably just a more straightforward, easier to implement change. I'm sure some of that has to do with changes over time that made Charm more reliable, but I bet even more of it is just player comfort, player knowledge. Yeah, Joe, I think that's another potential solution. Right, yeah, all those things. And you know what else makes a huge difference? The widespread use of audio triggers in Gina. It's a lot different. Like back in the day with the relatively limited UI, you basically had like one chat box in some cases, and you're trying to figure out that your pet just broke. You had no pet window. Versus now, when the charm fades, you immediately get a ping or a big UI element with Gina that pops up and lets you know. Hey Whitechapel, on P99 green I have a Necromancer and I have a low level Shadow Knight that I think my Shadow Knight's like 20 or something. I twinked him out, I was leveling him up, and then Air Doom came out. I think we're pretty close to the pick threshold here. I gotta see. It's really low here. I think it's like 15 or something. You know, I think the spell Allure in particular seems a lot more reliable than it used to be. Every time we do the grind 1 through 50, it's always so critical that we get Allure, and I always notice that once we get it, Charm almost never breaks. Even when we're charming mobs that are higher level than us, it almost always goes full duration. Like when you start charming Zoo in Ocean of Tears, and he's like 2 levels, 3 levels higher than you, and it's no problem at all. In fact, I think we start 4 levels below. We start charming him at 46 as soon as we get the spell. And I think Zoo is level 50. And he almost never breaks. Yeah. Remember how crazy Charm used to be back in the day when you got charmed by NPCs? I feel like when an NPC charmed you in game, there was maybe an 80% chance that you were gonna crash back in 99, 2000 era. Or the world famous, you wipe your whole group while you're charmed. No one had voice chat too, so communication was super slow. Maybe some people had voice chat, I certainly didn't. None of my friends did. EQ taught me how to type fast. Oh yeah. Or just so they don't think you crashed. Like, guys, I'm about to zone, don't worry, I'm still here. Alright, Liak, where do you think we should go? Should we stick here and keep farming these 2 mobs? Back to Soleil, huh? I'll do one more spawn cycle here, and then we'll run over there. Oh, yeah, dude, or blinded. The first time anyone ever cast blind on me, I was like, my mom is gonna kill me when she gets home. That's what I thought. We high enough for a pick zone now? No, not yet. Dude, that's like some serious old school stuff. I feel like they patched the corpse thing to change it to a drag instead of a loop pretty early on. LOL, Gallo. I thought you were just like cheering for my death. It kind of seems like outdoor zones might be the way to go. Just the way we kill things. I think the increased respawn rate might be better than the Zem. Oh yeah. Trying to avoid Guck until 36. That way I can walk in on good faction when I want to camp the Shinlord. AVX seems really doable. I don't know, I've never done AVX before, personally, so I don't know how social they are, like how many ads I might get, because it's a long way to a zone line if I get overwhelmed. I'll check AVX out, see what they look like. Hey, Cycronix420, thanks for the follow, dude. Hope you're enjoying our Permadeath SSF run. There's a good bag that you can buy from some vendors. I forget the name exactly, let me check. It looks just like this. I think it's a medicine bag. It's just not the reinforced version. They're pretty cheap, they've got 10 slots and they hold a lot and they're very light, which is super important. Maybe I need to reduce my audio. Turned it down a little bit. Yeah, we'll go mess around Lake and KFC. Just gotta avoid like the Cyclopses and stuff if there's any pathing out there. Rusty? Oh, bronze. Pretty good. I finally got my strength up to a pretty respectable spot so that I can actually carry some loot. I don't think I could solo Quillmane right now. I'll give it a shot. He's tough. It's not going too slow, 60%. I think outdoors will still be better. At least it'll be like more interactive, more active combat stuff going on. Do one more med tick here and then we'll get going. Yeah, that would suck. It changed some things. Biggest changes of note were they fixed some crashing issues, which they say is going to let them increase the server cap for Air-Dune. So the queues will be slightly shorter. And they nerfed enchanters. Well, they nerfed charm as a spell, so that any mob from classic through Luckland, when charmed, will do 20% less DPS. This guy's having some good rounds on me. Dude, what was that? 113 damage backstab. Yeah, they're right here. Oh, thanks, Sean. Appreciate the raid, man. We're not 25 yet. We're almost there, though. Dude, look at these. He's backstabbing me from the front. That's why I'm getting these huge rounds. Yo, what's good? What's good? Yeah, his DPS is crazy. It was all by that power of the fine steel dagger there. I feel like that's the first one we fought that actually backstabbed us. The DPS spikes were really noticeable. Nah, see, Goodman, we are intentionally doing the dumbest, hardest mode we can, basically. So this is a Permadeath SSF run. If we die, the character is retired. We can't group with anyone. We can't trade with anyone. We don't accept buffs. I've had other ones with weapon strength. That might have been the first one that I fought that had a piercing weapon, though. That's probably all it was. Just RNG says that it's like a really low chance that they have a piercing weapon. that's the end of my level 50 run there, Dad Cop. Assuming you're not trolling, there's also the screenshot with my played and the server time and uptime and all that jazz on FOH. Oh, the broken mirror unlocks today on the Fingal server. Oh yeah, I have the achievement visible in one of the screenshots as well. I think it's the one on FOH. Of course, being that I'm on this Paladin, I don't have the achievement. And as you can see, I delete the character there. I wasn't sure what you meant when you first said Chivo. Like, what is that? There are the two screenshots I have from as soon as I hit. Hey, Ender, the slash played for me was 39 hours. All right, let's go hit South Corona here. I'm pretty sure I have one floating around here somewhere with the achievement window open, because I was linking it in general chat when it first happened. Man, I can't believe the queue's already in an hour. All those people getting back on, go to EC Tunnel. I did not sleep, and 0 socks, sure. $39 hours is honestly a pretty short grind. For those of you guys who are just showing up and had subbed recently, we do have our emotes unlocked now. Still room for one more tier 1 emote. I'm not sure what NPC I want to use for the next one. Well, we sort of already have Fibby on there. Nagafin would be good. He's got kind of like a smug look to him. Looks like there's a group doing the KFC camp. This guy's yellow. I don't know if I could take him. Let's try it. Doesn't look good. I can't hit the guy. He literally regenerated back to 100%. That's a good one. It looks like they don't have a lot of health because I didn't hit him for much. My dot doesn't tick for very much either, and it did a good amount of damage to him before he regenerated. The 2-level spread on that is just too high. Any suggestion is okay. I've mostly stuck to classic, just out of like a personal bias. Yeah, AOW is good. He's got a big dumb face. That could be fun. We could run into that high-level Froglock Shadow Knight out here, and that would just like end this run very quickly. I'm pretty surprised to see that there's actually groups here camping this stuff. Ooh, SSF Kunark only XR would be a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm surprised at where all the people are leveling up. It's good to see though. It's better than everyone being in Unrest and Guk. Not that there aren't a lot of people there. Ender, probably not. Dane does have a good look. Yeah, you guys are putting out a lot of good ideas. I hadn't really considered any raid mobs. Dane has a really grizzled face. some reason I thought there were aviacs up here. Yo, those Michael Shenanigans videos are so good. Gotta use those water cheats to see everything.
You're listening to Radio Cutman.
Are there sharks in the Lake of Wrath? It'd be cool if they brought Megalodon back, gave him a loot table. Seems like we're good. I don't see any sharks. This body of water was never connected to an ocean. Doesn't make a ton of sense for there to be sharks here. Oh, that's crazy, Frank. See, this will be a good camp because we can do the aviacs. There's a zone line pretty close by, right to the arena. Provided I can pull these. Hey Minion, thanks for the sub, man. Enjoy the emotes. Appreciate your support. Man, I wonder why the follow sounds are so loud today. Yeah, the nerf to enchanter pets was in today's patch. What was the swim speed like on a shark, Frank? Was it just like normal movement speed for them? Dude, this guy's like the Hulk of aviacs. Yeah, they'll still out DPS everyone, but don't tell the enchanters that. They're taking this very hard. Yeah, it really is nothing when you look at the DPS they were putting out. Most of the player base just doesn't like, they don't actively parse content, so they don't know the true gap that existed between Charm Pets and every other group DPS composition.
Mio.
Yeah, that's true. They had some additional posting on the forums that went over kind of more of the server problems. I mean, it's not like an adequate response, right? Because the only proper response is, hey, it's fixed, or it's going to be fixed on exactly this date, you know what I mean? But they did the best with their current situation to explain kind of where they're at. Axendum, yeah, I'm the same Zaide from Vulak, Lockjaw, Agnar, and this server. Maybe some others, I forget. My list says I played on Vulak, Test, Lockjaw, Agnar, Cello, and Aradune, and P99 Green, though that was a different name. Hey, don't blame me. Blame Diodan. Or Head GM Kale Dread. So back in the day, on like the Vulak and 50 servers, DPS racing wasn't permitted. We had a raid mob where my guild back in the day was fighting, and Leok's guild ran up and crushed my guild, and we petitioned them because we had engaged some amount of time before them, and the GMs sided with us, suspended their whole raid force, and gave us the loot. Dude, that's what I was saying. Bird is giant. Yep, that old video, Gornair and her natural habitat. Nice. Yeah, so the story behind that was that Magicus was attempting Gore for their first kill, I think, and they wiped at like 20% or less. And then another guild that had never killed Gore on this server before jumped on her while she was at that low HP, and they also wiped without killing her. We had bad inter-guild relations with that guild at the time, so we did our best to hype that up. But in reality, you know, every guild wipes sometimes. Not a big deal. Though it was funny at the time. Yeah, MIM's a great guild. I love those guys. They're on this server too. Yeah, Ender, I'm not sure which guild. Ooh, green, that's not good. Faceless, definitely not on Sev. In fact, I don't think either of those guilds wiped on Sev on Kunark launch. Faceless wiped on Trakanon on the Lockjaw server for the Kunark server first. Basically, he got pulled down early by one of our monks, who was a big idiot, So we fought him in a position that we didn't really want to do it with. And then when he got low HP, he gated, created a big problem for us. We killed him right after that though. On Finny, they also, was it Finny or Ragefire? Either way, this basically the same guild. Wiped on Trakenon, on Kunark launch on, I think it was Ragefire. Yeah, some guilds still make Necros Twitch the clerics. Dude, necromancers always get so hurt about it. I think we actually had a necro like leave the guild one time over it a couple years ago. Do you think the wizard would be better DPS than just playing the necro instead? So Ender, you're definitely thinking of Ragefire then, because if you watch, there's actually a video of that encounter, and you can see people with like res sickness, and they're out of combat, and they're about to engage, and track is at 50%. In fact, that video is one of Bobby Vic's videos. It looks like he deleted it though. Yeah, I could definitely see it. It sucks when you when your class is relegated to a role that is like kind of not what you signed up for. Like poor mages with those mod rods for the first couple years. Hey Vast, thanks for following. How is that follow volume, by the way, guys? Dude, I don't know what's going on with that. All right, there we go. We just reduced the volume by a clean 40%. Yeah, I haven't played any of the really new expansions. The last thing I played was House of Thule, I want to say. Alright, boys, I think this is not the spot. This is not it. That's crazy, Liak. Are you not interested in going further, or is that just kind of how it's worked out? That's when you like tend to get bored? I'm really interested in doing that new Velius expansion. Dude, what's the AA count on live now? Like 20k? 30k? Frank, how many AA do you have on Cello right now? $40k, that's insane. Spent. I assume your spent is crazy from all the glyphs and stuff. Nice. Has Cello reached a point where it's hard to keep up with the AA grind at all, or is it like still pretty easy? I know back like 8 months ago there was a lot of people who were saying, you know, we'd reach a point where there was no way we could keep up with the AA, and that would be like the undoing of the server. Wow, that's crazy. You guys remember when the server first came out and the AA EXP wasn't like buffed like normal EXP? So AA EXP was actually super slow that first week. Yeah, there's a lot of people farming these. Yeah, some level 50 will just come smoke me on a quill main. Well, they introduced like the guild lobby and then like guild halls. So most people just sit in one of those two. Right, Frank? I need the help of a nice penguin so that I can find Quilmay. Isn't there a vendor up here? Rip. I wonder what the fall damage is here. There was a moment of like pure terror there. Like, am I gonna die? Dude, I was ready for it. Yeah, back when like coin weight was a thing and you'd jump off and weigh a ton. I think they could stand to bump up the difficulty a little bit. It'd be really cool if the warrens were open. You know, we could probably go do Kara Island in Toxulia Forest. We're in like the upper level range for that zone. No, P99 Blue makes this look like kindergarten. I don't think so. I think P99 is the hardest EQ classic variant. I haven't messed around on EQ Mac though. Minion, I think they do if you don't do any DPS. Like if you do 100% pet damage, they do. And you only have to do 1 point of damage to offset that. Not like P99 where you have to do like 50%. Oh, we got a pick. Yeah, it did get really annoying. Just like make your pet sit while you get a few dot ticks in. I guess they are not camping the entrance. I think this zone's gonna collapse though. There are a lot of caster mobs in Kara. And the mobs we would be fighting for EXP would be rather deep in the zone.
Open. Oh yes. Oh, open sesame. Open sesame.
But we could get like a Shasta turban. We could get the stat mask from the gorilla there. Hey, Skip Sandwiches, thanks for following. Alright, is it still deafening, chat? No one's saying it's too loud. Alright. Probably reduce it a little bit more later. Alright, I brought it down a little bit more. Actually, a lot more. I don't know if Charm is worse on P99. I didn't Charm much. I can tell you this. The first level 50 on green and teal was an enchanter. Yeah, the ones in Wrath were light blue and green, unfortunately. Hey, C. Goodman, thanks for the follow. Thank you guys for helping me troubleshoot that. But we got a pick zone of Paw, so we have all 3 mobs to kill, which will be a little bit better. But yeah, Leok, we're looking at going to Toxulia and doing Karens. I could just Origin over there and be there pretty quick. Oh yeah, we're super low for Kith. We're looking at doing Kara Ridge and Toxulia Forest. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're suggesting it. Yeah, I think it could be good at some point. I could just grab mobs and pull them to the Rivervale zone line. I'm going to wait until I get my improved undead nukes, though, because right now, the only undead nuke I have does a whopping 12 damage. Not even worth using right now. I don't know if it's easy or minion. There used to be a lot of out-of-area loot on TLP servers, but most of it has been cleaned up, and a lot of the stuff that remains is worse for plat than you would think. Like, I kept getting a ton of burned out light stones, which are 0 value. That's up to you guys. I'll probably give away all the gear. I think I already said that I would randomly give away all the gear if I die. If I make it all the way to 50, I'll probably give away all the gear. But if I make it to 50, I don't think I'll delete this character. We are doing that 1 through 50 marathon stream with a very loving robot in a couple weeks. And at the end of that, I'll let chat decide whether or not we're going to delete the character or keep it. And I'll randomly give any gear that my character received through that 1 through 50 grind out to followers who are playing on Air. That's what I'm thinking. If he makes it all the way to 50, he's got to be like enshrined in the Hall of Fame on my character select. So we just started really like putting it together a couple days ago. We'll do like a real advertisement probably in the next few days or even on this weekend. But basically, we're just going to do a pre-made static group 1 through 50. It's designed to emulate the experience you would have if you were pushing to level 1 through 50 very fast the moment a server came up. So it's going to give people an opportunity to kind of watch that from our perspectives. Min-maxing, yeah, we're going to be like a power group. We're not going to sleep, so we're going to go for like 25 to 39 hours. The only difference will be that there are other groups in our level range that are going to contest us for camps. And we're streaming, so we'll probably get griefed or something stupid. But there's no twinking or anything, so we're all going to start as naked level 1s and just push. Yeah, we're going to do 1 through 50 in one stream. Right now, it's the 3 streamers in the group are me, a very loving robot, and Keebs. I think the other 3 are not streamers. We could definitely do it faster on an empty server. We're probably going to be doing it on the 4th of July. Or at the very least, it's going to be that weekend. So I hope you guys will tune in. I'm not sure if we'll stream the... well, it's not solo, but it will be self-found. So I'm not sure how we're going to stream it yet. We might alternate, like a very loving robot will stream for a couple hours, then we'll swap over to my perspective, or we might do it all at the same time. So I was down to do it on one of the other servers, but then you've got to convince 5 other people who actually like care about having characters to dedicate 40 hours to you for no benefit. And then we couldn't really give away the gear to any of the viewers in chat. Like, you guys know me, I'll just straight up delete the character when it's over. It means nothing to me. But people who aren't brain damaged want to keep the character, you know what I mean, and play it afterward. Rip ad, yellow con ad. I'm used to my kill speed. I'm not used to that other group that was here and probably killed these pretty fast together. Good conspiracy theory, Luthien. We don't have LOH, we're gonna dip. I could root, but I don't want to mess around with it. There's a lot of people who like really think that I didn't delete it. They're like, look, there's a dropped frame right when he clicks delete. It's on this account, you know, that I did it. So every now and then you guys will see me camped character select. You can see the character's no longer there. Yeah, that's the worst part. But honestly, if someone gets stuck in the queue, it's really even a better emulation of server launch, because one of your group members is always stuck in the queue during launch. The corpses in this hallway are always such a problem when you're trying to target things with your mouse. Yeah, I like to leave the corpses on most of the time, but I just had to hide them. It's all green on my end. I'm showing a 0.1% dropped frame rate. Yeah, but then you guys wouldn't get to see like the awesome moments, like when you walk into main room in Unrest and you see all 600 corpses. Dude, it's crazy in there. Like, you'll get lagged out. Hey, thanks for the follow, Hassler. So the queue today is already going strong. I don't think it's as long as it was in recent days. Like, if you tried to log in yesterday at this time, you wouldn't get in. You would literally not get in today. You'd have to wait till sometime after midnight. Yesterday, I started the queue process at noon, and I got in at like almost 3. They did say that the fixes they put in for crashing are going to enable them to increase the server pop cap, but I don't know if that is in effect yet. They just posted that on the forums a couple hours ago. That's a big yikes. Gnome life. Yeah. Actually, today is the end, right? Is it over right now? Honestly, I forgot that we had an EXP bonus. It's already so slow when you're doing SSF. Yep, normal EXP, no bonus. Don't worry guys, we'll have another 76% EXP bonus in a couple weeks. plan your alts and boxes. Yeah, almost every year we see a 2-day EXP bonus for the 4th of July. It is 76%. I assume 76% to celebrate the year 1776, right? Yeah, 76%. Yeah, it'll make that grind to 50 a little faster. That's how I'm convincing some of my friends to do it. I'm like, come on, dude, it won't be that bad. It won't be 40 hours, it'll be 25 hours. The Declaration of Independence was issued on the 4th of July in the year 1776. It's an American holiday. EQ is always really big on like American themed holidays for some reason. We should just do a 48-hour grind. The first 24 we do SSF on the Pally. The next 24 we do in the marathon stream. It's going to be really interesting. So when I'm pretty sure I'll have it set up by the time that we do that stream, my heart rate thing. So you'll be able to see my heart rate as I continue to stay up for more and more hours. See if it messes things up. Hey DC Raid Boss, there's a little blurb about SSF in the chat. Dude, it's sad, but I think I need more mana to do this yellow con. I miss the Unrest days when we were like level 15 and could solo yellows like 2 levels above us, no problem. Favorite EQ zone? It's tough. Like overall or only classic? Yeah, I think Crystal Caverns is my favorite, is my favorite Velius zone. Favorite Luckland zone is going to be Sra Temple. I think Guck is, like, man, I'm so sick of Guck because I've done it a million times, but I do think Guck is probably the best dungeon ever made. It's so cool what's going on with the factions in Guck and the plotline of Guck, the zone layout and design, and when you look at Lower Guck and Upper Guck is basically one dungeon that were only separated due to technological limitations of the time. The music in Crystal Caverns is so good though, that Othmere Beach music. Yeah, I really want to do a good Kedge crawl one of these days. Yeah, just one of the few zones in Classic that still has a lot of mystique for people, you know what I mean? This guy's being a real douche. 3 root resists. I'm sure it's gonna break early too. You know, I've never leveled up in Tower of Frozen Shadow. Just gotta bail on this. It's not worth the effort. A really cool zone is Khazad-Thul. Like if you go up to the temple area above the Avatar of Fear, that whole section with the big green orb floating and all that is just so neat. Unfortunately, basically no one goes there. Dude, honestly, almost every zone in Classic is good. Almost every dungeon in Classic is really awesome. Now, some of them are designed poorly, so that they're difficult or almost impossible to play in at the appropriate level ranges. Permafrost being a great example of that. And it sucks because you don't get to experience them. But man, those zones are really cool. Even to just run around in and kind of soak in the theme of the dungeons, it always feels so good. But you've got to worry about things like healing through walls, Grey Khans mobbing you and aggroing you en masse. Dude, that's awesome. Isn't that room super cool? Ugh, yeah, Najena's tough. Let's go check out Talks. What do you guys think of new Plane of Hate versus old Plane of Hate? So I forget with this scroll quest if I have to turn in all 4 or if I could just turn in 1. So definitely the tier 2 section of New Hate is kind of like garbage. Like the mobs don't even function correctly. They don't want to move around, they're horrible to pull. It used to be cool when you could go up to Hate, and maybe you can still do this, and you could get like the Velius equivalent Hate drops from the tier 2 mobs, only for Rangers and Paladins. Basically they were put in there so Paladins and Rangers could get gear, which was equivalent to Plane of Growth gear without harming their Tunair faction. There's also like a really good sword that Shadow Knights could use. I think maybe it was just in there because Paladins could also use it. Am I dumb? How do I not know where the Office of the People is? I thought it was that White House way back near the entrance that we went to. Evidently I was wrong. Is it by the bank? Yeah. There's the Office of the People. This is Edvard Tomlins. Oh, look at that bow. Greetings, Zaide. Thank you for stopping by. Had you heard I was looking for any and all information regarding the Teshval incursion? Perhaps you have come to help me gather knowledge. I seek the Teshval scrolls. Oh good, I can add them to my collection. We are preparing to make books, you know. Bring me any of the scrolls you find in the old Split Paw lair, and I would be happy to reward you handsomely. Hey, the Kason, thanks for the follow. I'm sure we'll get more of these. Oh boy. Earring on the first turn-in? I don't think that's 100% turn-in, is it? Like, you don't get that every single time you turn one of the scrolls in. HP, oh yeah. We did not get much EXP from that though, that's terrible. Hey, Tulpas Tumpyfoot, that is a little blurb there in chat there that can tell you a little bit about SSF. So we don't trade with players. All of our items come from quests we do, gear we craft ourselves, vendor stock which we buy that is held defaultly on the vendor, from mobs we solo as a drop, and we don't take any buffs or ports from other players. And of course, the added bonus on this run is that if we die, we retire the character. You know, Prathen claims that they nerfed specific quests, not all quests, but it really seems like it's all quests on TLP servers. Oh man, these earrings are lore, that sucks. Hey Tulpas, I'm playing a Paladin for this. This is my first attempt. I haven't had to retire a character yet. Snickerdoodle. Yep, no trades, no help, solo, permadeath. You know, we're a slightly higher level now. We might be able to sneak around here and show you guys the invisible walkway. There's usually some sharks out here. A sand shark level 5, no big deal. Sand shark, okay, no big deal there either. I think we'll be good. Tulpas, I'm doing it with a Paladin. Yeah, we wanted to go with like one of the hardest options we could that would still be doable and yet somewhat fun to watch and play. Alright, I know it's over here somewhere. Gonna make that fine plate. You know what? I should list some of that out. I would have added Karanis tier as a goal, but we got it so fast I didn't even have time to do it. I didn't expect to get it off the first turn in. Hey Tulpas, thanks for the follow, man. I'm gonna have to look at where this thing is. I'm not finding it. There's like an invisible walkway out here that lets you walk on the water for a while. There we go. Added the gauntlets at least. Karg's like 3 days old now, so we can drop him off the list of achieved. My Divine Might piece. What's that, Frank? No, I don't think so. Is it over there in the water? Is it like the ground spawned by those sharks? I'll go grab it on the way back. Yeah, we try to keep our goals like somewhat short term. Don't want to get too ahead of myself. Also, Soulfire, I don't know if I'll ever be able to get it. We'll try. We'll try it once we're like actually level 50. But soloing Lucan is going to be really hard. I don't think I can, but he doesn't summon, so we could kill him with the bow spam if we're really dedicated. Ah, level 45. I'll be there in a few months, Frank. Well, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, like, if we wanted to do it, we could do it really easily with outside help. But you don't get it at a low level solo. I think Bobby did his at level 1. Hey, what's up, QB? Oh, QB, was it your Pally who got the really early Soulfire on Rizlona? That's cool, dude. How long did it take you to do the quest? Chronic, thanks for following, man. Nice, pretty good, dude. Was that actually the first Soulfire on the server? Nice, that's crazy. Is Pally just like a box / alt for you, or is that gonna be your main? Nice. Don't worry, bro, I'm a Pally main too now. Ooh, we've got new Karen models. Ugly. Dude, these may as well be T-posing. Thanks, QP. Appreciate it, man. Good to see you again. Go see if Shasta Assad is up. All right, we got him up. We only have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successful lulls with no fails to get him solo. Frank's like, I'm almost at live and I still hate myself. Yeah, there was always Karens in Classic Daspout. It was just all the way in Otis, so no one ever noticed. But the models they have here are new models for some reason. They didn't look like this. They're all supposed to look like the Karens that we saw on the island in Erud's Crossing. We'll go check out some of the other named before we suicide ourselves trying to get Shasta Assad. Yeah, But they did a pass a couple years ago where they reverted all the models to the old models for these. And I guess they just skipped this. The Karen models here and the Trents never got reverted back. Oh, Lord Gongo, dude, that's the guy we want. We want the Masky drops. Yeah, Cat of Ninetails drops on a little island here. Drops like over here. I haven't really been in a... That's the wrong spot. It drops over here in the Tiger Pit area. I haven't really been in the revamped version of this zone much, so I'm not positive, but I'm pretty confident it's over here. What changed in UF for you, Frank? Right, okay, he spawns here. What is a light heal at 83? Like 10k HP? We'll add this guy to our gold list here. Should be really easy if the Karens actually don't social. I don't know what level Sequoia was, 42. They might have just not joined in because they're too low. Hey Seahole, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I'll pull him down somewhere solo-ish. Probably just fight him like right here. This area is really scary because there's a huge gap between me and any kind of zone line or escape route, and all these mobs are usually social and will help each other out. They could root me. Double lull doesn't work here. I think that's been fixed everywhere except for EQMac, right? Like the Alcambor emulator. Or am I thinking of the thing where the double lull makes them have like a tremendously small aggro radius? Forever? I don't know. So you'll still see the buff timer tick off normally. They'll just continue to have the lull effect. Yeah, I wonder what the linguistic inspiration for the titles is. None of these guys have Spirit of Wolf. We could try it. I'm thinking about trying to pull a Shazza Assad out. He's surrounded by dark blues to me. So Frank, you're saying that if I just taunt this guy, he'll come out and those guys won't assist at all? I don't normally play a class with taunt. I'm gonna go try this on some mobs that are less likely to kill me if it doesn't work as described. Alright, so I should be able to taunt this green over here and have him run up and attack me right in front of this green. And as long as I do not engage or riposte him at all, there will be no assist. Looks like Pa is all hands available. Good call, Frank. I wonder if these leash in the tunnel here. Alright, well I guess as soon as this dies, we'll go solo pull Shazda. There's so much left to learn in EQ. It's just one of those things that's cool, but like as a monk, I would never have to mess with it, you know, because I could just split things out. I wonder how much damage he's gonna put out. Like, I wonder how much pain I'm gonna be in for just pulling him to a safe spot. Just probably taunt him, strafe run, and stay ahead a little bit. Yeah, he showed up on my extended target. It's definitely scary to see that they don't leash in the tunnel. So if things go poorly, we gotta straight up, you know, run all the way, and the swimming portion of that run will likely doom us. I don't know, I think people just throw a number on things, and they see if people will buy it. By the way, welcome back, Village Bikes. Haven't seen you in a while, dude. I should have brought all of my light healing potions since I knew it was going to be like named fishing. Yeah, so since I returned, I'm back on like a semi-normalized work schedule, Village. So I've been streaming at like quote prime time. I've got an alternating shift, so like next week I'll be streaming back at the morning hours. Oh, nice. We've got a really good amount of faction too that we could burn up in here before we get KOS. Yeah, that queue was wild. I wasn't crazy about how close I had to get to taunt that mob, though. It was like I had to be right on its nuts. I feel a yikes coming on too, right? It seems like too good to be true. Do I have to run quickly though? Like with that other green that I taunted, I just stood there and nothing assisted as long as I didn't turn around and engage in any way. Man, that's crazy, Ultra Akiro. Oh, you mean so he just like doesn't beat me to death? You know what's weird? He doesn't show up as a rare mob. I guess he's like always up. Looks like he gives a negative 200 faction hit, which will probably put us in that KOS range as soon as we kill him. So let's go check on our ape friend first. See if we can do that. Chinchilla, we do the back so that I don't accidentally hit him with a repost. Because if I do, then I'm in combat, you know what I mean? And at that point, everything will social. I don't know if the turban is even 100%, like he just might straight up drop nothing. Ooh, they did do that warrior change. Chinchilla with the big brain. All right, well, Chad, we're gonna go try this. In the meantime, you guys feel free to discuss which class you'd like to see next if this goes poorly. I see one Necro, I see one Ranger. 2 Rangers. We gotta look at like where is the safe spot to pull them to as well. Like maybe right here is just fine. I don't know if there's any pathers in this tunnel. I don't think I've seen any. This might be far enough away that healers don't mess with them. There's the body of the last guy who tried this. I'm sure he flees at a certain percent. I don't know how magic resistant he is. I might not be able to land root at all. Like, the dream would be to run him all the way to the entrance, right? If we can strafe run and stay ahead of him, we'll try that. Otherwise, we'll have to find a better spot. We have lay on hands up. God, this is gonna be so stupid. Frank, I hate you if this doesn't work. Immediately stuck on the torch. All right, Frank, you're all right in my book. Dang, dude, this guy's not even on this planet right now. Gonna meditate up to full. Frank's like, I think this works. Dude, this is wild. Yeah, thanks, Frank. This was cool. Now watch him just solo me. Fair and square. He strikes me. Is he a monk? Right. I did not have my game face on for that. Immediately running into the wall. Ooh, that was a big round. If he's magic immune and we can't root him, it could be a problem. I mean, it looks like with lay on hands, we'll come out on top. He's not immune, but he's very resistant. Dude, watch the KS. Alright, we're in the clear. Oh, he's coming back. He's casting ice. He's trying to KS it. He ducked it? Okay. Maybe he's just trying to help. I didn't even buy the res spell, Frank. But it's a good idea. I should just walk around resing people. Dude, I thought that druid was gonna come KS this mob for sure when he ran back. Finally got a proc. Oh, he said JK, bro. It's that Paladin life, dude. If someone decides they want to kill steal you, you just have to be like, alright, here's your mob. Dude, is it just me or does he run like more slow than normal run speed? Right. It might just be that terrible model that he has, makes it look like he runs slowly. Add a mana, boys. I think we have enough for one route in case he actually tries to flee. Okay, he's not fleeing. Dude, a few good rounds and he could actually just kill me anyway. Feels good, boys. Dubious. Oh man, we're not KOS yet. Rawhide gloves. Alright, we'll take those. And the big Shazda turban. 4 Agi, 4 Dex. Not bad, not bad. 0 AC though. Yikes. I don't know about that 8 AC loss. Good job, guys. I couldn't have done it without you. Thanks, Pop Lover and Frank, for educating this young noob. Hey, thanks for following, Malkea. Yeah, it's definitely not worth the AC loss, I don't think, but I just have to wear it since we got it. Lord Gongo's back up. It's our day, boys. Yeah, I'm gonna have to med for 20 minutes. See if someone will respect my camp rights. Level 20, he should be a pretty easy fight too. I'm not sure what the PHs are for Sand Giants Village Bikes. They're a pathing mob, so it's probably like any of the pathing random trash. I would assume it's not orcs, but it could be like on that Desert Madman cycle with a bunch of that stuff. Totally guessing though. I definitely have to pull this guy to the zone line because when he dies, I have to walk out. I have to walk all the way out of the zone KOS if I get a faction hit. So he could have legs or a mask. Ideally, we would like a mask. The mask is only a 1 AC loss for 3 agility and 2 strength. The legs would be only a 2 AC loss for 3 strength, 4 dex. I mean, really not terrible. Hey, Jimox, I just had a really good group that executed a good grind plan, and we didn't sleep. I went around before launch and made a tracker that listed the Zem of every zone, and then we parsed all the mobs in each of the best zones to find out which mobs were at the cross-section of best zone experience modifier and least HP on average. And then we used that to map out the camp route that we would take 1 through 50. And then a whole lot of not going to sleep. By the way, if anyone would like that Zem list, here you go. I still need to figure out the Zem for PA in CT, but otherwise it's done. Das Bout, it was 39 hours played. There's a picture so you can see my playtime and everything when I hit 50 there. Yeah, so the Necro ended up not being optimal, it was super suboptimal, but we initially planned to go to lower Guck for a couple levels and double charm, and we were hoping it would pay off there. But also one of my good buddies who I always do these groups with only plays the Necromancer. So we just said, okay, you know what, we'll go with the Necromancer because we didn't think the race was gonna be so tight that we had to like exclude our friends to win. And we had done some reconnaissance to decide, or not decide, but to find out what the other potential top groups were going to be running class composition wise. So we knew their class composition, and we knew we could afford to have a Necromancer in our group, assuming like if all groups played with the same skill and never logged off, our group would be at least as good as their group. On the 1 through 50 grind? Yeah, I definitely died on 1 through 50 several times. I will let you know. I will let you know, Das Boot. On this character, we have not died yet, though we're getting dumber by the day. Oh! We did not know that Lord Gongo was a shaman, boys. We may have done fucked up. This could be very bad. Do you see this? He's actually just blowing all his mana, recasting Root on me over and over again. This is crazy. What is happening? Yeah, I saw that repost. I missed, though. I'm gonna try to walk him up that wall. He's meleeing me now. I don't know if I can afford to. Dude, I think he's actually outside of my melee range. This is a very strange encounter that we are witnessing. Root you back. How you like that? Oh, not a patrolling tiger, dude. Uh-oh. Okay, maybe Lord Gongo won't run now. Probably still will run because that's a gray. Yeah, he's all kinds of fucked up. This is definitely not normal. If we can kill Lord Gongo without any more ads or dying, I've got a plan. Ergo, thanks for the sub, dude. Enjoy your new emotes.
Let's go.
Resisted root. There we go. All right. Now we will just leave and hope he doesn't interrupt our cast, because he's a great con. Dude, that was crazy. Peace, nerd. Dang, boys, it feels good. I thought we were toast for a minute with that Lord Gongo stuff. Right? Yeah, when I taunted him and I started running away and all of a sudden I was rooted, I was like, no, God, please, no. It was like that Michael Scott scene. But then when he kept casting Brute, dude, I should go do the smithing. Oh, we can get 4 gold for the turban. Do I have any training points? I don't. See, the problem with smithing over here is I've got to buy the ore in Erudin. I've got to buy the molds in Kanos Hills, and then I've got to do the forging in South Kanos or North Kanos. It's a real pain. All right, so the gorilla dropped our boy, the gorilla hide mask, +2 strength. That's what we came there for. And the weapon I'm using is the deep water harpoon. which is a quest in Ocean of Tears. When I swap out for Bash, I'm using the Polished Granite Tomahawk and the Cracked Darkwood Shield, both of which are from High Pass Hold Knolls. Add Gongo to our achieved list. Lord Root Spam down. Is it? You know what, Frank? This Kara Island run was proof of concept for when we do the Shin Lord. I'm gonna taunt and walk that guy to the zone line. No, it's not trade skill tagged, is it? He doesn't summon. But also he won't be in summoning range. You have to do at least 3% damage. You have to get to 97% before they'll summon. Oh, okay. Is he gonna root spam me? I'm not wrong, right? It would be literally retarded to wear this over the banded helm. Dexterity, like pretty much a fake stat for me, and agility relatively meaningless. Oh no, Frank. Hang on one sec, Frank. There you go. You got link permissions now, dude. We'll add this to the vault of items we don't use anymore with our Bone Thunder Staff. Shield of Knife. Oh, baby, look at that. So good. Shiny Brass Shield. Shining Star of Light. Ah, I see. That's kind of like the quest tags that were for things that were maybe loosely associated with a quest somewhere in the database, but it was never implemented, so you can't actually do the quest. So they're not actually quest tags on items. I think Dex is linked to weapon procs, but it's like such a small part of my build, for lack of a better term, that it's just irrelevant, especially in the face of AC, which is super critical. Agility is definitely avoidance AC, but you know, I don't remember the math and everything, but I've seen a post which documents how avoidance AC for real tank classes basically is not worth a whole lot, especially when compared to legit mitigation AC. Nah, Dex is not chance to hit. It would be cool though. Man, our boy War Powers just got murked by these guards. What's up, War Power? Nice seeing you, dude. Oh, dude, he's got his cleric right there, resing him. Yeah, that's war power from Fippy and Mangler and all the other servers. War power goes way back. He used to lead a guild called Ion United, if any of you guys remember that. Right, yeah. As seen on MMO Bugs, Red Guides. You know, when I knew they were going to do server downtime today, I should have camped over by Haddon. Hey Leok, it's an item that you usually see like monks get, I want to say. But basically you go to PA, you get the 4 scrolls, and then you run this quest line, and you get the gem encrusted gauntlets. Crazily enough, I got my Karanis tier on my very first scroll turn-in, so now all I have to do is get the other 4 again, and I can get the gem encrusted gauntlets. I thought I was gonna have to turn in a ton of scrolls to get a Karanis tier. Dude, Riker, were you watching what we just did in Hera? Thanks, Ocho. Yeah, for some reason, Gongo just rooted like 40 times in a row. Basically all he did. I don't know if you guys noticed, but he had like no HP too. He just melted. My DPS sucks, so if he dies fast fighting me, he's got no HP. Well, he walked up into like melee range and spammed root over and over. Oh, look at this guy. Kind of unbuffed, but let's do it. Werewolves? Not in my neighborhood. He's actually killing me. How's this a thing, dude? I killed this guy like 3 levels ago. That sounds like it could be a thing, Riker. So what he did was he rooted me, then he cast slow on me 1 time, and then he spammed root the rest of the times. Dude, really, what is happening? Like, to just deliver a werewolf to me? He'll drop the gauntlets too. We'll have to go camp Karg. I love when I get stunned right after I root something. Really sucks the optimization out of it. Dude, I feel like Lay on Hands is coming for sure. Just drop that quick center. Too late for that, guys. I already made the wrong decision. Yeah, this is a yellow con. Alright, we're definitely using lay on hands. Minion, I don't think that he's one of the guards during the day. So when I was camping these, I actually just sat here, basically at this spot, and around between midnight and like 3 a.m. game time, he would spawn at the zone line to Kanos Hills, and then he would run off down the path. Cheating. There's nothing I can do, guys. Yeah, I think I had him anyway. Well, we definitely weren't going to die because we had lay on hands up. Alright, before I kill him, what do we think the loot is? Get your bets in. It could be nothing. It could be the pelt. That's too late. It's nothing. Whoops. 2 plat. That's not bad. MIM must be raiding Lady Vox. I see a lot of them running through here. No paladins in zone. Oh, I think he's already gone. Rewind the tape. Catch his name. Well, I'm roleplay, so it doesn't show my class and stuff. That's weird, Frank. Are you corpse duping, you cheater? You know what I should buy? I should buy like 10 stacks of bandages. What's up, Ellie Droth? Do bandages stack up to 1,000 now? That'd be awesome. Rip, the dream is dead. Oh yeah, mage pets are way more tanky than necromancer pets. Yeah, some food items do, like grapes in water stack to 1,000, but like iron rations only go to 20. Parcel Vinger. The merchants up here on the left might sell bandages. We might go back to Paw. We might. Maybe I should do like the bard leveling route. Like just kill Misty Story Swapper for a while. Sean dropped off maybe an hour and a half ago. Ooh, she's too low. Alright, whatever. We'll just go get some EXP. Dude, he might be. He's everywhere you need him to be. Yeah, Charm nerf is so good. Oh yeah, dude. The nerf is like nothing. It was, what they did was just a small tuning change. Enchanters are still so powerful. Man, it's gonna be a disgusting amount of hours played. You don't even want to know what my plate is right now. So we're already at 5 days, 11 hours. Only level 24, almost 25. I would at least quadruple that amount of time. I think we need like 22 more days played on top of what we already have to hit 50. I'm not sure what his is, Ocho. The P99 is bugged in how they represent played time, so he can't even like accurately check. I haven't seen him online in a while. Is he still streaming? I really want to see him get 50. Elidroth, they're using your fixed EXP curves. I assume you haven't heard about this run that we're doing. This is a solo self-found run. So like, I'm doing a Paladin 1 through 50 solo only. All items I get are from default vendor stock. Mobs I solo myself. Items I craft. Or quests I complete myself. And it's permadeath, so if I die, game over. Yeah, on purpose. Yeah, he was. He was doing Soleil at 43. That's the last I saw. Yeah, when you get in one of those tough spots, you just kind of have to like take a day and power through it. Snickerdoodle, this is my first time trying this. I've done so many TLP servers at this point. I was looking for something kind of cool to spice it up, something challenging, and I was inspired by Echolocation 8 to try this out. We should probably get down so we don't have to deal with like any random Cyclopses or Giants here. There you go, secrets. You can post the link. What a strange website. I have never seen that before. What is Shoek? Some news website? Oof, look at that Trent. Why is he covered in like wet mud? Oh, there we go. Hey, don't worry, Magic. We'll be back on the morning streams next week. just run Wireshark while you play and just read straight out of the raw hex dump. Just, just quickly analyze the packet headers. Well, shouldn't 59 be the worst though? Should be like the hardest level. Hey Elidroth, as a former dev who worked on EQ like pretty late in the life cycle of the game, how do you feel about servers like P99? Like, do they bother you, or do you think that's cool? Oh, you know what? Someone hit the lore request while I was fighting like Lord Gongo or something, right? Did I miss that? Yell at me if someone did that and you're still here. Frank, do you really want to know about the lore, or not really? Well, the Karen people were created ostensibly by Praxis. But yeah, they live on Otis, and initially they lived in some of the area around where Payneal now is. However, in the Civil War, a large group of them were supposedly blasted and destroyed, but we know that they were actually magically transported to the moon of Lucklin, where they followed a separate evolutionary path, perhaps due to the influence of the goddess Lucklin herself. Those who remained continued their tribal lifestyles and harbor an endless hatred for the erudites who destroyed so many of their brethren. I think Shazda Assad is technically their king, though High Priestess Midi, or Kanza, one of those two, is the real power behind the throne, so to speak. So Elidroth, I remember that you were a developer back during some of the really contentious time lock progression servers, like when guilds were really going at it. In fact, you were one of the devs who was still around during the Harm Touch Wars from 2011. Do you remember that? Like, does that kind of era of EQ stand out in your memory? Fibby, Vulak, and people using mass Shadow Knights and Macro Quests to instantly delete raid mobs during the first couple years, or the first couple months of those servers? It's like the Clone Wars in Star Wars. Elidroth, there was this one time that you came to Plane of Fear when my guild had just killed Nagafen in one of those like HT Harm Touch Wars, and you were talking to me about like what could possibly be done to eliminate guild drama a little bit. But anyway, back then at the time, I was a teenager, and you also like changed all of our guild members into random like raid mobs. I recorded a video of it, which I've linked in chat. You can see me nerding out in the chat, it's embarrassing, but remember I was young. Don't judge too harshly. I'm stealing a Very Loving Robots Ellie's Droth Q&A session now. There was a lot of nerfs that happened to Harm Touch. Like the overall damage it does on TLP servers at those levels is reduced. It used to have this huge dot component, and the dots don't stack anymore either. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that there was stuff like that behind the scenes. Like, I was like, why don't they just turn the switch that says Harm Touch isn't stupid? Why don't the devs just press the no Harm Touch button? Why are they doing this to us? Did you guys have any kind of like close interaction with GMs? Like, did you know Diodan and head GM Kale Dread? I'm not allowed to get ports. C. Goodman. Every time we go somewhere new, I run all the way there. So like yesterday, I was in Soleil, and one of our viewers used his Null Slayer points in the bottom left there to force me to go to Permafrost. And we ran all the way there. Actually, we origined and then ran there. Some people say that I'm a Null Slayer. Alright, specific lore, formation of Lake Wrath here and the mountains. So if you go to Wrath Mountains, you'll see these big hands sticking out of the earth. Legend states that those hands are literally physical representations of the Wrath Council members who were killed by the Relosian Empire when they invaded the plane of Earth. Likewise, Lake Wrath, I believe, is rumored to be the water from Lake Wrath is formed by the tears of the Wrath Council who cried, seeing the loss of their compatriots. This event, of course, led to the destruction of the Relosian Empire and the curse which was laid upon the goblins, the orcs, the giants, and the ogres to varying extents. Well, I don't bind because bind doesn't matter, since if I die, the character's over. Yep, I remember having to roll dice for raid mobs. Diodan made us roll for Inaruk, and okay, so here's what happened. The rule at the time was that the first guild in force got the raid mob. We were first in force, just barely, or at least I felt that we were first in force. So we petitioned because it was contested. Diodan came, and even though I had provided what I felt was sufficient evidence that we were first in force, he made us have a roll-off. And then I proceeded to lose the roll-off, and I was very upset. And I stayed there until Diodan was like, I'm about to suspend your account if you do not leave this zone. I was like, all right, I guess I'll go. Good old Diodan. That's funny, Tuvak. I remember that. Who were you on Vulak? See, Fippy had the cool stuff. They had to do like duels to determine raid mob rights. I would have loved that. Yeah, first in force. That was like such a terrible rule. I mean, you could see the logic of it, but immediately we were like, so if we lose this raid mob, and we just don't leave. Like we stay here until it respawns next time. We definitely have first enforce, right? Like we can't possibly lose. Oh, I remember that, dude. I do remember that. You were half elf, right? Female half elf. Yeah, rotation. The mandatory rotation was crazy. Like, I spent like 6 hours in rotation meetings every couple days. Hey, Steven Smalls, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I gotta love Zelda. I used to make our guild do the occasional fake bat phone just to practice. I would be like, all right, sometime today we're gonna do a practice bat phone. I'm gonna tell you where to go, and I'm gonna time you to see how long it takes everyone to get there. And I would do that to try to improve the mobilization speed of our guild way back then. Dude, I remember that. I remember one of our rangers, we bat phoned Inrook, and he came in like right before we pulled Innie, and he was like, dude, I'm so sorry I'm late. I was in Walmart buying my kids some shoes, and I saw the bat phone, I just dropped the shoes, and we left the store, and I came directly here. Will you still give me DKP? And I was like, dude, please don't do that again. As a teenager, that's when I saw like how deep the EQ sickness could go with people. Until then, I was a young optimist. Jen Chan is awesome. I had a few interactions with her over the years, and she was always super great to talk to. Ooh, yeah, I'm not a big fan of Remdag either. I don't know anyone who likes Remdag. Dude, sometimes being in charge of a bat phone guild on a Everquest server feels like you're a drug dealer or something. Like you just call all these people, tell them what to do at 4 a.m. and they all do it, no matter how dumb it is. It's definitely a weird amount of power when you're 16 or something. Dude, I don't think I can lead guilds anymore. I'm like permanently burned out. Even when I feel like I'm ready to come back and try to do something like that, after like a month, I'm burned out again. My ability to do like video game leadership is permanently reduced. I think it could be like related to my career. Like when I first started leading guilds, I was I was a teenager doing like nothing. And now I'm in a career where like my profession is largely based around leading units of people. So I don't find the same fulfillment from doing it in a video game that I did when I was younger. Like one of the big things about playing EQ as a younger person was that when you were in the game online, people took you seriously. And when you're a kid, normally people don't take you seriously. So I always really enjoyed that aspect. I'm in the military in real life. I won't go into a whole lot of detail, but I'm a senior enlisted person. We'll see if I can do it on Pantheon. Nice. Were you Army, right, Elidroth? Oh. Oh, I thought you were saying that you were a warrant. But no, I'm not a warrant officer. For my branch, warrant officer applications require a certain amount of time in service, which I don't even actually meet. I'll whisper it to you. Alright folks, we are not getting much luck on the spawns here right now. We had a really good run though, especially over there in Kara, getting some cool named mobs. I'm going to take off for the night. We had a nice 3 hours. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And next week, we will be back on the morning shift. So if you're working, you can jump in while you're bored at work. Thanks for coming out. Remember to follow if you enjoyed the stream. And huzzah for having emotes. Oh yeah, spam those emotes. Alright, let's raid.
IRL? No. Whenever I do emojis, that is the mental